Morning. Yeah. I decided to record myself because I can see my shadow self coming out. I think I'm tired and I've been pushing myself a lot lately to do a lot of things. And I've also just lost my dog. I think I'm not giving myself enough time to actually grieve. I keep pushing myself. But there are just things that I just have to do though. So I kind of have no choice, but I can see myself slipping back into like just really negative ways of handling all this. I'm also just frustrated at the universe right now, but a lot of it, honestly, there's no answers. It's just like it is what it is. And yeah, I think today I kind of just wanted to show you guys like a different side of dealing with a lot of things, grief, but then also having responsibility. And I guess before it gets too much, I'm gonna try to get myself a little bit together and do everything in a way where it's kind of relaxing but still being productive. Yeah. And like lately I can already tell that I'm slipping. I don't know what's going on. I have all my media deleted but TikTok because it's just too much for me. Because honestly, like having Instagram and shit, it just makes me feel lonely because I don't feel like I have like crazy connections with people, and that's kind of like that lonely aspect. I've just been scrolling on TikTok like all the time, and that's not usually me. Like, you know, the thing is, when I scroll on TikTok, my For You page is straight self-help. It's just advice. But the thing is, like, it kind of gets to a point of too much because there are so many people in media, so many people who are trying to give you self-help advice, so many different advices, and at a point where like you need to step away for like a moment and just be and think to yourself, okay, I think the best advice that you can get from someone is genuinely yourself. You know yourself more than anybody else. And also 99% of the things that other people say already is you already know. And this is like annoying of me to say coming from somebody who gave advice on TikTok. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. But I feel like you know you best. So it's great to have advice sometimes, but there are other times where if you're just constantly scrolling and you're just listening to different people, you kind of lose yourself in that, you know? And you start taking in everyone's energy but your own. And over time, it's just draining. And then also just some people have contradicting advice, and it's not like one is right, one is wrong. It's just you're like, all right, well. And they always both make it sound good. So you're like, okay, well, now I don't know what to do. And I think at those times, you kind of just have to listen to yourself. Also, like, I'm having such a hard time crying. I don't want to cry necessarily, but I feel like we should cry when you're grieving. It helps to process. But I think a part of me blocks it, you know, avoids it. But it's like I have to slowly let my body realize that it's okay to, but it's alright. It's alright. Figure it out. But yeah. So the point of this video is I'm gonna record my shadow self. Because that if it's gonna be any day, it'll be today. And I wanna make this video as raw as possible. You know what I mean? Alright. I gotta get up. I really gotta get up. But I don't want to, but I gotta get up. Also, I think it's these moments where you really have to genuinely push yourself to do things. And I know, like I said before, like I feel like I am doing too much. And it's like that's when you have to reorganize your things in a way, replan, reorganize, whatever, in a way that's going to make you feel good, I guess, and relax. But you still want to get the things that you need to do done. Okay, wait, one last thing before we move on. I've also been rethinking the fact of I'm supposed to have, like I think everyone should have like a good reason to want to wake up, those times where you're just like, what am I gonna do at like during the day anyways? Like, why do I even want to get up? And sometimes I feel like that, where I don't have a clear reason to get up. I feel like I have things to do, and sometimes it makes me question, like, okay, like, are these things like genuinely making me happy? But I also realized that partially, not to be that person, but I think it literally just stopped recording in the middle of when I was speaking, which is like, yeah, kind of annoying, but also like I don't really care. However though, it's awesome not to be that person. The camera's dying. Like, either way, gotta go. But thanks. And let's actually get started with the day. Need to shower. I haven't really started the day. I have so much more to do, and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, but I think showering is gonna make this day go by so much better, because I also haven't showered in like 3 days. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I just also hate the way I look right now, but it's hard. I bought like so many different pants because I really need new pants, but they're so long. And I got these boots that are really nice, but they're a little bit small, but it's fine. So I have to go cut them and wash my face, brush my teeth, and do all of that, and like actually be ready. But in times like this, I feel like genuinely like taking a little break from my computer is what I really need. So although this morning I did spend like an hour scrolling through basketball edits, but specifically Curry edits. But anyways, in times like these, I just need to be away from the computer, the phone, like all of it. And I think the best way is needing to, like you have like just tiny things you have to get done that you keep avoiding. Like me cutting my pants, I need to do that for 5 days now. This is the perfect time to do it. I could feel myself like getting stressed out because I'm like not doing my work and I'm just doing something for me, and it stresses my body out because it's like, oh, you have this, and this to do. But like, I'm trying to like calm myself and realize it's okay. This is something I have to do anyways. But to me, my eyes, it always seems like a useless task. It's like, oh, I'm just cutting my pants. Like I could be working on my, I don't know, whatever right now. But I think I can feel myself being all like, I just want to hurry up and finish my skincare routine. I can see myself already trying to rush like every little thing so that I could start my work. And just, I don't know why my brain really always thinks that productivity means just doing your work all the time. And if I spent a whole day doing nothing, I'd be so like disappointed with myself, or just feel like it's such an unfulfilled day, you know? Sometimes it is nice because then then I get my stuff done. But there are times where I'm like, okay, just relax, like chill, like spend a little time getting ready, like it's fine. You don't have to be in a rush. You're not going anywhere, you know? Because I'm not. You know, like that feeling when you try, but you still feel ugly. Every time I free draw, I find myself drawing swirls. And for some reason, my subconscious really loves swirls. I guess it kind of reminds me of the galaxy, reminds me of endless possibilities. It also reminds me of being trapped. It's a duality of both, I guess. Maybe it's just all I know how to draw. But something about swirls. Even shells, I've always been really fascinated with shells. I don't know. I think what's cool about drawing is that like there isn't really such thing as like ugly, or like ugly in the terms that we like to describe ugly, or like how we like the connotation of ugly. Like I personally think ugly is like cool, but now I'm using a whole different word for ugly, and it's like it is ugly and it is beautiful and it's just all of it, you know what I mean? Like if a painting is sad, it's not like less attractive, you know what I mean? It's just sad. And if something's ugly, it's just ugly. It's not a good or bad thing or makes one better than the other. It just is what it is. If you look close enough, see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's a moon. It's a moon. Right over here. But, anyways. If you look, what is it? I was showering and I was like, how do I create, but like from me? And I realized it's because I can't create from me unless I genuinely stop trying to do what other people are doing and start asking myself, like, how do I want to create this video? Not how does a famous person who's successful create this video, and how can I kind of embody. Look, you see all these lines, like there's just so many stories that you can come up with when you're looking at this, you know? And that's kind of what makes this whole thing beautiful. And there's just so many different elements to one person, and I think something that I realized that even when I do podcasts, like, why do I even try so hard to like plan it? I'm just better at talking when I'm just flowing from within myself and not just creating plans. Like I remember I tried to actually create like a whole plan to make it more organized, and so that whatever, like so that people can follow along better. And I realized like I am here to help people, but I'm also here to create from who I am. And part of who I am is that I'm a little chaotic